Hey everybody, I'm Doug. This is the Auditory Vinyl. This video is one of many tags that are going around. I'm gonna try to do a few, but there's so many I probably won't get to them all. There's also a few threads, but it just seems like there's a lot of videos all of a sudden, tags and threads. So this one is all about soundtracks. I don't have answers for all of them, but I'll answer the ones I have, and we'll go through it and see what we got. The first two questions I had to combine. Number one is your favorite soundtrack purchase of 2024, and number two is the last soundtrack you bought in 2024. Well, I think I only bought one soundtrack in all of 2024. And I'm not even sure if you can consider it a soundtrack, but it's all I got. It's Obscured by Clouds by Pink Floyd. This is a 2016 reissue, but it originally came out in '72. It's music from the movie La Vallée, French movie. It's got people in it that I've never heard of, and I probably wouldn't be able to pronounce their names correctly anyway, but there's a few pictures from the movie. Got kind of a cool label there. It's an album that, when people talk about Pink Floyd, that never really gets mentioned. But it's a great album. If you like Pink Floyd, you would like it. It's typical Pink Floyd sound. It's really good. Obscured by Clouds, music from La Vallée. Number three, show a soundtrack you own more than one copy. And I'm not really sure why I have even one of these, but somehow I ended up with two. The Music Man. Got Robert Preston, Shirley Jones, Buddy Hackett. On that old gold Warner Brothers label. Yeah, that's. I was trying to see who did the music. Anyway, there you go. There's two that I have two of, and I don't even know why. Let's see. Number four, favorite genre soundtrack, and if I understood the question right, it was the soundtrack from your favorite genre of movies, not necessarily the music genre, but that's what I went with as genre of movies. I like comedies and horrors and drama and Christmas movies, and I like them all, but I really like all the John Hughes stuff from the 80s, Breakfast Club, Pretty in Pink, Some Kind of Wonderful, all those. And so I chose Pretty in Pink from '86 because it's just got a lot of great artists on here. Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark, Susan Vega, INXS, Psychedelic Furs, New Order, Echo and the Bunnymen, The Smiths. It's just loaded with a lot of great bands. So that is my favorite genre soundtrack. Where am I here? Oh, number five, show a score soundtrack or score from a movie. So I got Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, original score by Burt Bacharach. Of course, this has got Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head by B.J. Thomas, and also On a Bicycle Built for Two, also sung by B.J. Thomas. Yeah, great movie. Paul Newman, Robert Redford, Catherine Ross. So that's my score. The oldest soundtrack in my collection is a mono from 1956, The King and I, with Yul Brynner and Rita Moreno and Deborah Kerr. There's a young Rita Moreno there. King and I, Yul Brynner, on the old black or gray Capitol label. 1956. Colored vinyl. All I got is black. Couldn't find one anywhere. So, skipping that one. Number 8, the 7-inch soundtrack related. Well, I got A View to a Kill single by Duran Duran. Has the beautiful Tanya Roberts there, also Grace Jones. I'm surprised I have this because I don't have a lot of 45s, and they're just in a box, not organized, and I'm surprised I found it. Favorite artwork on a soundtrack? I had a lot. A few other people that have already done their videos took ones that I was going to pick, but I went with this one. It's pretty simple, from the Cotton Club. I like how the gun, obviously, and then the shadow is the trumpet. It's Cotton Club, kind of a jazz club. A lot of big people were in this movie. Richard Gere, Gregory Hines, Diane Lane, Nicolas Cage, James Remar. Pretty cool movie. From 1984. Show an original soundtrack and the remake. And I'm not sure if, when he says remake, if he meant like a completely different one or just a reissue. I couldn't really find one that was like completely different from the original. But I have these. One of them came out in 67. The other one came out in 77. You can't even hardly tell the difference. The one without the white trim on top is the one from 77. The backs are pretty much identical. The more recent one's got the Warner Brothers palm tree, and then the older one has the gold Warner Brothers. So there you go. There's original and a reissue. Not necessarily a remake, I guess. 90s soundtrack. I have none. I was really surprised that I didn't have any. So can't answer that one. A bargain bin find soundtrack. Dusty and Sweets McGee from 71. Yeah, this was just in the, I don't know if it was some thrift store, where it was just probably $1 or whatever. I'd never heard of the movie, but it's got some cool tunes on here. Into the Mystic by Van Morrison, Ride Captain Ride, Locomotion Little Eva, Runaway Del Shannon, Dusty and Sweets McGee from 71. And then the last one is show a soundtrack related item that isn't vinyl or CD, and I'll be damned if I don't have anything that falls in that category either. So that's all I got. That is my contribution to the soundtrack tag for 2025. Hope you all have a great Christmas, and we'll see you next time.